I thought retirement would be freedom. I was wrong. An opening note of reflection. Hello, dear friends. I'm your online neighbor, Ordinary People, a fellow retiree walking this path alongside you. Please join our circle. Like this video, share your thoughts below, and subscribe so the next chapter of meaning and hope finds you right here. Have you ever found yourself staring into the quiet moments of retirement and wondered, who am I now? After decades of work, routine, and roles, suddenly, the script changes. The job titles fade away, the calendar clears, and the world seems different. Maybe you feel a strange mix of relief and restlessness, freedom and uncertainty. You're not alone. Many retirees face this invisible emotional challenge, the shifting identity that retirement brings. It's like standing at the edge of a vast ocean, unsure whether to dive in, build a boat, or simply watch the waves. Today, we'll explore this emotional journey together, how to find meaning, rebuild purpose, and embrace the next chapter with courage and grace, because retirement isn't just an end. It's a beginning, and your story is far from over. The awakening moment, in the next 10 minutes, will gently unpack the emotional and psychological transition retirees often face, a transition many aren't prepared for, but deeply experience. We'll explore the science behind this change, hear from leading experts like Dr. Robert J. Waldinger and Dr. Laura Carstensen, and discover practical strategies that can help you reclaim your sense of self and joy. Whether you're newly retired or have been on this journey for years, this conversation is for you. You'll learn how to navigate feelings of loss, uncertainty, and sometimes loneliness, and instead find connection, purpose, and peace. We'll walk through 5 powerful solutions grounded in research and real-life wisdom, and end with reflections to inspire hope and action. So take a deep breath. Let's begin this journey together with warmth, understanding, and the belief that your best days are still ahead. The awakening of curiosity. Retirement is more than a change in routine. It's a profound psychological shift. Dr. Robert J. Waldinger, director of the Harvard Study of Adult Development, reminds us that the quality of our relationships and our sense of purpose are the strongest predictors of happiness and health in later life. When we retire, we often lose not just a job, but a core part of our identity and social connection. This can lead to feelings of emptiness or even grief. Dr. Laura Carstensen, a pioneer in the science of aging, explains this socio-emotional selectivity theory, which tells us that as we age, our priorities shift toward meaningful, emotionally fulfilling experiences. But what happens when the source of those experiences, our work, our daily roles, disappears? It can feel like a loss of direction. Dr. Ken Deichtwald, an expert on aging, emphasizes that retirement is not a single event, but a transition that requires adjustment and reinvention. This transition can be challenging because it asks us to redefine who we are without the familiar markers of career or productivity. Yet science also shows us hope. Dr. Becca Levy's research on positive self-perceptions of aging reveals that retirees who embrace a positive view of their own aging process tend to live longer, healthier lives. So the emotional challenge of retirement is real, but it's also an opportunity, a chance to rewrite your story with new purpose and joy. Insight 1. Rediscovering purpose through passion projects. One of the most powerful ways to navigate retirement's emotional shift is to rediscover or ignite passions that bring you joy and meaning. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg, a leading psychologist on life transitions, encouraged retirees to ask themselves, what activities make me lose track of time? And what have I always wanted to explore, but never had time for? Passion projects, whether it's gardening, painting, volunteering, writing, or learning a new skill, can become anchors of identity and purpose. Dr. Richard Leider, author of Life Reimagined, says, purpose is the engine that drives a meaningful life. When retirees find a purpose beyond their careers, their emotional well-being improves dramatically. Practical steps. Start small. Dedicate 30 minutes a day to something you love or want to try. Join local clubs or online communities related to your interests. Volunteer your skills or time giving back creates connection and purpose. Keep a journal to reflect on what activities bring you fulfillment. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that retirees engaged in meaningful activities report lower rates of depression and higher life satisfaction. Passion projects are not just hobbies, they are pathways to reclaiming your sense of self. Insight 2. Cultivating strong social connections. Another cornerstone of emotional health after retirement is nurturing relationships. The Harvard study of adult development, led by Dr. Waldinger, found that good relationships keep us happier and healthier. In retirement, social circles often shrink, which can lead to loneliness, a significant risk factor for emotional distress. Dr. Lovra Karstensen emphasizes the importance of quality over quantity in social connections as we age. It's not about having many friends, but deep, meaningful bonds. How to cultivate these? Reconnect with old friends and family members. Join community groups, clubs, or faith-based organizations. Consider buddy systems for regular check-ins or shared activities. Use technology to stay connected. Video calls, social media, and messaging apps can bridge distances. Dr. Mo Wang, a researcher on retirement adjustment, highlights that retirees who maintain strong social networks experience better mental health and a greater sense of belonging. Practical tip: schedule weekly or monthly social activities, even if small. A coffee date, a walk, a phone call. These consistent connections build resilience. Remember, relationships are not just support systems. They are sources of joy, purpose, and identity. Insight 3. Embracing lifelong learning and growth. Retirement offers a unique chance to embrace lifelong learning, which can be a powerful antidote to feelings of stagnation or loss. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg encourages retirees to view retirement as a transition in which growth and development continue. Learning new skills, exploring new ideas, or even going back to school can stimulate the mind and nourish the spirit. Studies show that mental engagement through learning helps reduce cognitive decline and enhances emotional well-being. Practical ways to integrate learning. Take classes at community colleges or online platforms like Coursera or Udemy. Attend lectures, workshops, or book clubs. Explore creative pursuits like music, art, or writing. Engage in intergenerational learning by mentoring or being mentored. Dr. Becca Levy's research also highlights that retirees who maintain a growth mindset tend to have better health outcomes and higher life satisfaction. Lifelong learning isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about expanding your world and finding new ways to express yourself. It reminds us that retirement is not a full stop, it's a new chapter filled with possibilities. Insight 4. Practicing mindfulness and emotional awareness. Navigating emotional shifts in retirement also calls for mindfulness, being present with your feelings without judgment. Dr. Richard Leider teaches that self-awareness is the foundation of a meaningful life. Mindfulness helps us observe our emotions, fears, or doubts with kindness rather than resistance. Scientific research supports mindfulness practices as effective tools for reducing anxiety, depression, and stress. Practical mindfulness strategies. Start with simple breathing exercises for a few minutes each day. Practice body scans to notice tension or discomfort. Engage in mindful walking or eating to ground yourself in the present. Use guided meditation apps like Headspace or Calm. Dr. Ken Deichtwald points out that emotional resilience in retirement grows when we learn to accept change rather than fight it. Mindfulness cultivates this acceptance, allowing us to respond to challenges with calm and clarity. It's a way to reconnect with yourself and find peace amid the uncertainty of transition. Insight 5. Creating new rituals and routines. One of the most overlooked strategies for emotional well-being in retirement is the creation of new rituals and routines. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg emphasizes that transitions are easier when we establish new patterns that provide structure and meaning. Without the daily rhythm of work, retirees may feel adrift. New rituals anchor us and give a sense of purpose and stability. Ideas for new rituals: morning gratitude journaling or meditation, weekly walks in nature or visits to a favorite spot, regular creative sessions, painting, writing, music, social rituals like Sunday dinners or monthly game nights. Dr. Mo Wang's research shows that retirees who create meaningful routines report higher life satisfaction and lower stress. These rituals don't have to be grand. Even small, consistent acts can transform your days. They become markers of identity, reminders that your life continues to have rhythm and purpose. Creating new rituals is a way of honoring your past while embracing your present and future. The final light. Let's take a deeper look at the science behind successful retirement adjustment. Dr. Becca Levy's research on age stereotypes reveals a fascinating truth. How we view aging profoundly affects our health and longevity. Those who internalize positive beliefs about aging tend to live longer and healthier lives. This means that part of the emotional work in retirement is reshaping our narratives about growing older. Instead of seeing retirement as the end, we can see it as a stage rich with potential. Dr. Robert J. Waldinger's work also highlights the importance of generativity, the desire to contribute to future generations. This drive can fuel purpose and fulfillment well into retirement. Dr. Laura Carstensen's research reinforces that focusing on emotionally meaningful goals, rather than material gains, leads to greater happiness in later life. Together, these insights suggest that retirement success is less about external circumstances and more about mindset, relationships, and purposeful engagement. It's a reminder that while retirement brings change, it also offers an opportunity to craft a life of meaning, connection, and joy. From knowing to becoming, as we come to the close of this conversation, let's take a moment to reflect. Retirement is a profound transition, filled with both challenges and opportunities. It asks us to redefine ourselves, rediscover our passions, and deepen our connections. Remember the words of Richard Leider: meaning is not found in the smoothness of the journey, but in the strength we gain from navigating its bumps. You have within you the courage and wisdom to face this new chapter with grace. By embracing purpose, nurturing relationships, continuing to learn, practicing mindfulness, and creating new rituals, you can transform retirement into a vibrant, fulfilling stage of life. You are not alone on this journey. We are all ordinary people, neighbors in this shared experience. May you find peace, joy, and meaning as you write the next pages of your story. Until the next reflection before we part, I want to leave you with a question to carry in your heart. If retirement is not the end, but a new beginning, what new story will you choose to tell about yourself? What passions will you explore? What connections will you deepen? What rituals will you create to anchor your days? I invite you to take one small step today, whether it's reaching out to a friend, trying a new hobby, or simply sitting quietly and reflecting on what matters most. Share this journey with others. Talk about your feelings, your hopes, and your challenges. There is strength in community. If you found this conversation helpful, consider sharing it with a fellow retiree who might need encouragement. And remember, I'm here with you, a neighbor, a friend, a fellow traveler in this adventure we call retirement. Thank you for your time, your openness, and your courage. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with purpose, peace, and possibility. I'm Ordinary People, your online neighbor, wishing you well on every step of your journey. Every ending is simply a page turning toward a brighter chapter. If this reflection touched your heart, let it ripple. Like to keep the light alive, comment to share your journey, and subscribe so we can walk this path together, one story at a time.